This is Jaropelk. He's the future chieftain of Clonica. But he doesn't feel confident in his leading abilities because of this woman, Satan. I mean, Slawa, modeled after the evil stepmother from Cinderella. She yells a lot and doesn't like us poking around in her family's affairs. She was married to Jaropelk's father, Womir, who disappeared in a winter blizzard a few years ago. I'd disappear too if I was married to her. Jaropelk misses his father. He wanted to make him proud. His father's demise doesn't sit right with him. This is where they had their last conversation, a small island in the swamp. He suggests we investigate a cabin his father once had. The new tenants are refusing to leave peacefully and need to be taught a lesson. I find a rusty iron axe in one of the huts. It has a boar etched into its handle. We may know someone who can help us with that. Jaropelk's dad was a criminal. He and his friend used to hide contraband inside this cave. It was taken over by these two guys, who lost it to these guys, who I quickly got rid of. Then out of sheer luck, we find some human bones in a pile of rubble that may belong to his father. Are you needing some help? I hear you're into rusty trombones. Axes. Rusty axes. Why? Oh, he's like Vin Diesel. Why are you disturbing me? I don't call for company. There's no need to get angry. I just wanted to ask you about this old axe. It stands out from other tools. Seems you have forgotten about your manners, but I'll forgive you if you tell me more about this axe. Oh, I'm gonna be nice. The guy's fucking huge. You hold its haft and hit with its head. Try not to hurt yourself. We don't have a barber surgeon here to sew you up. Now, leave me alone. I know how to swing an axe. I wanted to ask you about this specific one. Why me? Because you're the expert in the field, of course. We came upon a tool that would have been wielded by one of the local lumberjacks. That's bollocks. Only a damn fool would lose or sell his heirloom. We treat our tools with great deliberation. It can either wear down during work or be passed down. Oh, be passed down when you die. There is one other option. I totally forgot this guy was Vin Diesel. How can you not be familiar with the principal rules of our society? I am bored with this conversation already. Stop pissing me off and take a look at the damn thing. Cannot be. That's a fake. It's outrageous. Give me that weapon at once. So you do recognize it. No, he's gonna fucking cut your head off with it. Of course I do. It's mine. How could it be? Oh, I know. It must be their fault. I'm sure of it. Bloody yeoman's men. Womir's men? They must have stolen it. They don't. No? Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure that they did. Now you don't play any games. Give it back. Not so fast. First tell me why I would end up in the cottage of a missing hunter deep in the woods. How would I know that? Stop pushing your luck too far with these allegations, or the rusty axe will end up in your skull in a second. I bet it's still sharp enough. I'm here on behalf of Jaropelk, whatever. Yes, whatever. What the fuck was that? Guys, believe me, if this is the only thing stopping me from bashing your teeth in right now. Curse that bastard. He's too molly to wipe his own arse. But I should have known the old bitch is behind it. The Cuz family will never stop tormenting me. I've had enough. Begone, Wom! That is not the end. Maybe we'll talk some more when you calm down.
As long as possible. But usually the best ones live the shortest.
Wait for the next noon! Damn it! Welcome. It took me a while to go over our findings. They have brought all the memories back. My father has been missing for years, and I was sure that he was gone for good. But at that moment, I felt like I'd lost him that day. Just shows how much he meant to you. You don't have to bother to comfort me. I'll manage. Spending some time alone made me calm down and clear my head. How about you? Did you learn anything from my Uncle Needon? He was reluctant to speak at all until he realized that axe was his. This rusty weapon is his? That's hard to imagine. What can make him leave it there? He'd rather lose his hand than lose his grip on the handle. I don't know. He instantly became furious and claimed that the hunter stole it from him. Well, he could just be angry that you reminded him of losing it. It would be considered a great disgrace if he simply misplaced his axe. Did he share anything else? Not much besides grunting, threatening, and finding your mother to be the root of all evil. My mother? Why would he say that? Well, he might think that she's responsible for my every action. He still views me as a child who can't wipe his own ass without Mom's help. I can't deny that. Blast him, he's useless. Was a good friend of my family once, but that's long gone. Completely forsaken us when my father went missing. Whatever, I didn't need him then and I don't need him now. Let's forget about him. I have a delicate matter for you. Fuck. There's a renowned barber surgeon residing in the main city. His name is Sedwin. The man has vast knowledge of any subject I can imagine. I witnessed him putting together a badly broken leg of one of our villagers. I can't deny him that. He's known to put a lot of people on their feet in his establishment in Piastovia. Take the remains, bring them to the medic and let him examine them. I want to be sure that what they are and learn more about his cause of death. I'm afraid he's a lost cause already, but I can give it a try. These quests are long, like Bethesda long. I said, when? Is everything alright? My friend entrusted me with an unusual request regarding human remains. I might be the only person in the world hit by nostalgia at the sound of those words. Even the forsaken odor that accompanied my experiments seemed pleasant in the memories. Bloody ignorance always have to ruin everything. Forgive me, I'm babbling. Where's the body? What body? There isn't any. I have a bundle of remains. Ah, it's quite disappointing. There's not much to examine here, which is a pity. I was expecting something more fresh than a dried fossil, but you've come a long way, and I wouldn't want that to go in vain. Let's see, the femur bone is quite long, if you know what I mean. And its head is thick, if you know what I mean. There's also certainly a man's bone, if you know what I mean. But its state is awful. There are several deep cuts and blunt markings. I'd say they came from the sturdy hands of a crude butcher. Someone took tremendous care to ensure he wouldn't survive. Judging by the condition of the pieces, it was a middle-aged individual. However, the remains themselves are not old. The man was still alive several years ago. I just hope you didn't dig up someone you murdered yourself. That kind of behavior should be treated without delay. I have this recipe for a potion. No, that won't be necessary. I got precisely what I came for. Thank you, sir. You kind of a pushy guy, aren't you? I'm gonna drive. Get out of the way. Shut up, old man. You don't know me. It's good to see you. What news do you bring? Did you learn anything from the barber surgeon? The bones belong to a middle-aged man and are a few years old. Then there's no more doubt. Those remains have to belong to my father. Their location and other findings confirm this. You can handle them. You can hand them over to me. I shall return them to my mother as soon as I can. She got furious when she learned that I'd lent them to someone. With pleasure. They belong to your family. Here you go. I don't want the ghost to haunt me. Thank you. I don't blame her for her reaction. I've opened an old wound and came close to an act of profanation. Ooh. She had suffered enough loss in her life. Yet, there was something different in my mother's behavior this time. She may have been confused or enraged, but she had never questioned that these were his bones. What's more, she even threatened to bring justice to father's murderers. I am almost sure that my father froze to death in the wild. No one ever tells me the truth. Did at least Sedwin mention my father's cause of death? He did, and he was pretty sure about that. Sedwin found deep cuts in the bones and claimed that brute force was used to end your father's life. So it's true after all. Deep wounds, great force, a bloody axe, and a hidden body. This pattern is more clear than a trace of bleeding doe running through a snowy forest. Needn't come with me. I wish to confront this traitor. I'm right behind you. Be careful, Jaropelk. Jaropelk, sorry. Can you just tell me what your name is?
641, 642.
Yeah, I got my copper spear out just in case. What's this gathering all about, boy? You are tuned to... I've already talked with one of your friends. All of them are nothing but vagrants and scandalmongers. I don't want to waste my time on crap allegations again. Save it. Your time is not wasted, and it's almost over in this village. I won't be listening to any of that nonsense again. Get out of my house, you brat. I'm not moving a single step. You will listen to what I have to say, murderer. You better watch. We went to the cottage in the woods and found your axe, rusted and covered with blood. I know what you did. They stolen it from me. Damn hunters. They always... Cut the bullshit. We found his chopped up bones near the cavern. You killed my father.
Gossip?
You know what? Huh? Will you feed me more lies? Look me in the eyes. Look me in the fucking eyes and say you didn't do it. He said fucking. Jaropelk, you grew up so quickly. He was supposed to be your best friend, and you butchered him. I never. Yes, I did. Bum bum bum. Why? I don't know. I didn't mean to. At least, I think I didn't.
I'm sitting here as
Okay, shut up. I'm trying to read a thing. We went out drinking in the blizzard. We argued a bit, but damn, I was so hammered. Then I saw the red. Everything was red, and my brother laid still in his center. When I woke up, oh, you suck. I don't blame you. I loathe myself for that day as well. I'm sorry, Jaropelk. There's nothing I can say in my defense. Alright, fight. I've heard enough. I can't even look you in the eye right now, but you'll pay for what you've done. And don't you try to run. There's no place in this realm I would not hunt you down. Later, bitch. You okay, man? I need to speak to my mother. I'm terribly sorry, Jaropelk. If there's anything else I can do to help, don't hesitate to ask. Someone should check on Pezerica, Neden's ex-wife. She deserves to know the truth. Consider it done. I'll just do everything for you. Excuse me, Pezerica, Joe? Good day to you. Your straight face tells me something is bothering you, dear. Are you in need of any potions or herbs? I'll find something to loosen you up a little bit in no time. There's no need for that. I won't force it on you. What brings you then? You're the former wife of Neden, right? I bring some grave news. Yes, I'm the unfortunate one, and I'm not surprised that he again reminds me of his existence. What's bothering this simple-minded brute this time? Is it about ripping seams in his boots because he slipped on his way to work, or spreading onion scent in the house? That big baby always afraid to bathe? It's more serious. He has admitted killing Womir, and hiding his butchered body a few years ago. Hurting the ones he used to love? That's him all in his glory. Are you hungry, darling? I have some stew in the cauldron. No, she's obviously making poison. I find your proposition highly out of line, but then again, I never refuse food. No, thank you. I don't seem very moved by these revelations. You don't seem... you. As for the news you bring, Neden is long dead to me. There's nothing more he could do to make me detest him even more, or even both of them. What do you mean by both of them? He and Womir deserved each other. They used to disappear for long escapades and hide, rob kids in the forest, constantly drunk, and for the most part overconfident of their own abilities and craft. I tried to reach out to his good side, but I couldn't change him. One day, he stopped drinking. There was hope, I thought, but from that time on, living with him became unbearable. It's funny to think that in the end, I preferred him in his numb state. The day he sobered up and started raising his fists, I realized I wasn't waiting for his, but for my own incentive to change. I moved out without any regrets. To my surprise, in spite of his insanity, Neden managed to do some things right. It's his children, all of them. He's precious. They're precious gems. Skilled, clever, and kind-hearted, they will survive just fine without him. You made the right choice, especially for your children. Take care. Wait, there's something else you should know. I might even have some writings. Oh, where did I put them? I don't know, but I bet you I have to go find them. Give me a moment to browse through my things. In the meantime, bring me some water from the river. I have a good fresh water spot up the river, not that far from my hut. Go, my potion's about to boil away. This is the water spot. Check. On the riverbank, you notice a number of containers for storing water. You have no doubt that this is a place where the herbalist draws the water she uses for her work. It is, after all, a few steps away from the workshop. Take a closer look at the water collection site. You notice that the water here is cleaner than downstream, where locals pour their filth or wash themselves. No wonder the herbalist takes water for her potions far away from the village. Grab one of the buckets and fill it with fresh river water. The liquid is so transparent you can barely see your reflection in the filled bucket. That much water should suffice for Pezerica. Leave the water collection. Thank you for the water, dearie. I hope you didn't hurt your back. Alright, I've gathered the scribblings and my thoughts. I'm all ears. Everyone in the village can recall clearly what they were doing the day before the great blizzard struck. For instance, I was cooking a special mushroom soup. when I was paid an unexpected visit by no one else but Mir. I was probably one of the last people to speak with him while he was still alive, now that I think about it. Anyway, the hunter came with an unusual request. He declared proudly that it's time he got himself another heir, and asked with a beaming smile on his face for some more fertility infusion. I didn't know they had such problems. Me neither. Mir mentioned that this infusion had helped him and his wife once before, when they almost lost all hope. Baby Jaropelk was born healthy and strong. Solace supposedly praised the medicine for working miracles. Then there was just one more problem in that story. An infusion of that kind doesn't exist. Or at least I never heard of it. Slawa indeed visited me frequently before her son was born, but I've usually provided her with herbal concoctions to help her calm her down and sleep at night. Wolmir was probably not happy to hear that. He instantly turned pale as a ghost and refused to say anything else. Then he left my workshop and headed home. I assume he had a lot of explaining to do to his wife. When I woke up the next day, he was already missing and having set off for the snowy woods. Losing his best companion tore Needon apart. Yet another step to his demise. But there was something more. The final straw, beside his sudden decision to give up drinking, was some unburnt fragments of parchment I found in the hearth of his house, our house. Since Needon's fate is almost certainly sealed now, I won't need those shreds of notes anymore. They may shed some light on the village's leaders, those paragons of virtue. You've kept those secrets for years. Thank you for sharing them with me. Be well. Dr. Zemko. Okay. It's you again. Good to see you, my friend. What are you doing here? Where's your brother? Where's Slava? Hold your horses. Why so many questions? My brother is preparing our departure. We are moving to more prosperous realms. Didn't you say you were fine in the wild, far from society? We did. True, true. But we were getting more and more visitors, both hunters and bandits. That's not the peaceful life we wanted. I brought some of our supplies to sell. We can't carry this much anyway. I hope to meet the leader of the village, but those local cheapskates say she went north some time ago. That's what you call bad luck? I must have missed her on the way here. I only wanted to ask her permission to sell. I wish to do it nice and legal and leave this place with a clean record. You know, I would have liked to have had any authority stay on our tail as we leave. Heh. Stay on our tail? I wouldn't like to have any authority. Okay. I need to locate Slava. Thanks for helping. That was easy. We can call it even then? You're welcome, my friend.